The Buddha once stated, "Do not focus on the shortcomings of others, instead, examine your own." It's human nature to be intrigued by what others are doing, thinking, or saying about us. However, when we concentrate on others' actions and viewpoints, we lose sight of our own journey. We squander our energy and permit external circumstances to dictate our tranquility. This tendency is all too prevalent in today's society, as we often find ourselves comparing our lives to others, striving to meet their expectations, or becoming engulfed in surrounding drama. Yet, the Buddha presented an alternative approach, a method that brings us back to our own hearts, fostering peace, clarity, and self-awareness. Today, we will explore 6 Buddhist principles that encourage you to cease dwelling on others and direct your attention toward your own life. By embracing these teachings, you can cultivate an internal space where you feel grounded, resilient, and at peace with your true self. Lesson 1: Mind your own mind. The Buddha imparted, "All that we are is the result of what we have thought." This profound insight highlights the significance of our thoughts. Our inner world shapes our external reality. When we continuously fixate on others' actions, thoughts, or words, we squander the valuable energy that could be channeled into nurturing our own wisdom, peace, and growth. Instead of looking outward, focus on safeguarding your thoughts. This involves being aware of your thinking patterns and how you perceive others. If you find yourself comparing, judging, or overly preoccupied with someone else's conduct, gently redirect your focus back to yourself. Every morning, take a moment to ponder, what occupies my thoughts today? Is it about someone else or about my own growth and improvement? When you turn your gaze inward, you'll recognize that your happiness and peace are not contingent upon others. You'll come to understand that your thoughts belong solely to you. Cultivate the practice of mindfulness, and gradually, your mind will become more tranquil and less influenced by outside distractions. Lesson 2: Stop comparing, start growing. In Buddhism, comparison is regarded as one of the sources of suffering. The Buddha expressed, "There is no greater delusion than the belief that someone else's path is easier or that your life is inferior to someone else's." We inhabit a world rife with comparison, where we gauge our accomplishments, looks, and successes against those of others, leading to feelings of inadequacy or envy. However, these comparisons are mere illusions that warp our self-worth and happiness. Rather than fixating on what others achieve, concentrate on your unique journey. Every individual embarks on a distinct path, facing their own obstacles and lessons to absorb. The key to tranquility lies not in measuring yourself against others, but in nurturing and advancing at your own pace. Consider the lotus flower. It rises from the mud and blooms beautifully, irrespective of how swiftly or slowly surrounding lotuses open. It does not compare itself to others, it simply flourishes. Today, make a commitment to cease comparisons with others. Focus on your personal growth, regardless of how insignificant the progress may appear. Each day, strive to become a better version of yourself. Celebrate your advancements, no matter how modest they may be. Lesson 3: Release the need for approval. The Buddha stated, "Better than 1,000 hollow words is a single word that brings peace." We exist in a society that perpetually seeks approval from others, from the community and our peers. Yet, no matter how much validation we receive, it will never fill the void that arises from seeking external affirmations. Genuine peace emerges when you learn to approve of yourself. Once you cease depending on others' opinions to shape your self-worth, you discover a profound and unwavering peace within. This does not imply becoming indifferent to others, rather, it entails recognizing that your self-esteem originates from within. Your value is not dictated by others' perceptions of you. Each day, take a moment to affirm, "I accept who I am. I am sufficient as I am." Allow these affirmations to resonate deeply within your heart. Experience the liberation that accompanies self-acceptance. When you no longer seek validation from others, you liberate yourself from the cycle of pursuing external approval. Lesson 4: Detach from gossip and drama. One of the most significant distractions that prevent you from focusing on yourself is getting entangled in the drama and gossip of the world. Buddhist teachings encourage us to speak words that are truthful, kind, and beneficial. Often, this means opting for silence instead of discussing others. Engaging in gossip or fixating on others' flaws is akin to introducing poison into your own mind. This behavior does not foster peace, it only generates more confusion, noise, and suffering. Instead of being lured into conversations that disrupt your tranquility, practice detachment. Step back and observe without judgment. Ask yourself, is this dialogue beneficial to my growth? Will it lead to peace, or is it simply drama? Silence can serve as a form of protection. By withdrawing from unnecessary distractions, you shield your mind from negativity. Spend more time nurturing your inner peace, be it through meditation, walks in nature, or consuming wisdom that enriches your spirit. Lesson 5. Practice loving kindness but set boundaries. Buddhism teaches us to cultivate loving kindness, metta, towards all beings. However, this doesn't mean permitting others' negativity or toxic behaviors to disturb our peace. True loving kindness is not about enabling others, it's about extending love and compassion while also establishing healthy boundaries. You can send love to those who hurt you or attempt to drag you down, but you need not absorb their negativity. Envision a luminous golden light enveloping you, shielding your mind and heart from external harm. Allow others to have their experiences, but do not permit their chaos to intrude upon your world. Boundaries are not barriers, they are safeguards for your tranquility and well-being. By practicing loving kindness alongside boundaries, you can remain receptive to others without losing yourself in their dramas or demands. Lesson 6. Remember impermanence. Finally, keep in mind that everything is impermanent. The Buddha stated, all conditioned things are impermanent. All things, whether thoughts, emotions, or external circumstances, are temporary. The challenges you confront today, the judgments others render, and the hurdles in your life will all eventually pass. When you overly fixate on what others express or do, you assign undue significance to transient matters. The thoughts of others, their judgments, and their behaviors will come and go, they do not define who you are. Instead, concentrate on what endures, your mind, your peace, and your inner growth. When you feel perturbed by others' actions, remind yourself that this, too, shall pass. Embracing impermanence liberates you from being burdened by fleeting concerns. You can live more freely, recognizing that everything, including the opinions of others, is transient. As you begin to concentrate more on your thoughts, growth, and peace, you will discover that the distractions posed by others diminish in power over you. Your path will become more evident, your heart more serene, and your mind sharper. So today, choose one of these lessons and start implementing it in your life. Observe how your outlook transforms and how you gradually experience greater ease within yourself. You are not accountable for the thoughts, actions, or opinions of others, you are solely responsible for your own mind, growth, and peace. If you found solace in today's wisdom, consider subscribing for more teachings that can assist you in living with tranquility and clarity. And remember, the journey to true freedom commences when you cease to dwell on others and return to your own heart.